Ego is a false image we create about ourselves. It is like a mask we wear to show others how important, successful, or special we are. But deep inside, we are afraid, lonely, and unsure of who we really are. Ego is born out of comparison and fear. When a child is born, the child does not know anything about ego. The child lives totally in the present moment, laughing, crying, playing, without thinking of what others think. But slowly, society, parents, school, religion, and culture start giving labels. You are a boy. You are Hindu. You are Christian. You are poor. You must become successful. You must not fail. You are better than others, or you are not good enough. This labeling becomes a deep wound inside. The child starts feeling that I am not enough as I am. I must become someone better. From this wound, ego is born. It is a defense. It is a wall. It is an effort to protect ourselves from the feeling of being nothing. So we start pretending. We pretend to be intelligent, rich, powerful, spiritual, modern, fashionable, or different, anything that gives us a sense of identity. Ego is always hungry. It always wants more. It wants attention, praise, respect, likes, followers, control, and victory. That's why egoistic people are never at peace. Even if they become rich, they want to be richer than someone else. If they are praised, they want more people to praise them. Ego turns everything into a competition. Even love becomes a battlefield for the ego. A husband wants to control his wife, and the wife wants to win over the husband, not out of love, but out of ego. In religion, people start saying, "My God is true, your God is false." This is not spirituality. This is ego using the name of religion. People kill and fight in the name of religion, not because of truth, but because of ego. In society, everyone is running in a race to show that they are better than others. A student wants the highest marks, not because he enjoys studying, but because he wants to be called the best. A man buys a big car, not because he needs it, but to show off to his neighbors. A woman spends hours choosing the right photo and filter for social media, not to enjoy the moment, but to feed her ego through likes and comments. Egocentric thinking is always outward. It asks, "What will others say about me?" It never asks, "Who am I really?" Desire and lust are also children of ego. Desire says, "I want this. I must have that. Without it, I am nothing." Lust says, "I want to use others for my pleasure." Ego turns people into objects. A boy may run after a girl not because he truly loves her, but because he wants to win her, possess her, and show her off. He does not care about her heart. Similarly, a girl may flirt with boys just to feel powerful or attractive, not because she wants to understand or love anyone. This is how relationships become hollow. People use each other to feel good for a moment and then get bored, angry, or hurt. Ego turns love into a business deal. I will give you something, but you must give me back. There is no real connection, only need, fear, and control. Work, too, becomes ego-centered. People don't work with joy or passion. They work to get a title, a promotion, a reward, or a status. A teacher may teach not because she loves children, but because she wants to be respected. A doctor may treat patients not out of compassion, but to earn fame. A businessman may help others not out of kindness, but to increase his brand value. Even helping others becomes an act of pride. People donate money and want their names written on walls. They feed the poor and post selfies. This is not humility. This is ego wearing the clothes of kindness. Ego poisons everything, even good actions. In the name of mindfulness, people do yoga or meditation only to look cool. They join spiritual groups and say fancy words like karma, chakra, energy, but they are not silent within. They only want to show that they are spiritual. True meditation means dropping the ego completely. But the ego is so clever, it even turns spirituality into a new way of feeling special. That's why a real transformation is very rare. Most people are only acting. They don't want to see their inner emptiness. Smartphones have become a temple for ego. People spend hours scrolling, posting, commenting, and watching, but they are never present in the real world. A boy ignores his studies, not because he lacks intelligence, but because his mind is addicted to short pleasures. A girl avoids reading, not because she cannot read, but because her ego is always busy comparing, judging, and desiring through the phone screen. Social media creates a fake identity. A shy person becomes bold online. A confused person becomes an influencer. A sad person posts happy pictures. Everyone is lying. Nobody is being true to themselves. And the more we lie, the more empty we feel inside. Then we need more noise, more likes, more stimulation to escape from silence. Ego hates silence. Ego hates awareness. Ego wants to escape the present moment by filling it with useless activity. Because of ego, we torture nature. We cut trees, kill animals, throw plastic, and pollute rivers, not because we need to survive, but because we want to dominate. We don't treat animals as living beings. We treat them as meat. We don't see trees as life. We see them as furniture. We are so egocentric that we forget we are part of nature. We think we are the masters of nature. But the more we fight nature, the more we destroy ourselves. Forests disappear, species vanish, climate changes, and disasters increase. But still, our ego doesn't stop. We want to build more, buy more, consume more. Even when the earth is crying, we are too busy in our ego games. In relationships, ego becomes a wall between hearts. A small misunderstanding becomes a big fight because nobody wants to say sorry. A simple mistake becomes a lifelong wound because everyone wants to be right. Ego says, "I am always correct. You must change." But love says, "I am ready to listen. I am ready to grow." When ego is present, there is no listening, only shouting, blaming, and defending. A mother scolds her child, not because she is helping him, but because her ego is hurt. A friend gets angry, not because of what you did, but because his pride was touched. Most arguments are not about truth, they are about ego. We are not trying to solve anything, we are trying to prove something. Pride is just another name for ego. It is a form of ego that says, "I am better than others." A person may be proud of his caste, religion, job, looks, or wealth, but pride always divides. It says, "I am superior, you are inferior." This creates conflict. It creates jealousy, violence, and hatred. Pride can never unite people. It always separates. And the more prideful a person is, the more insecure he becomes. Because deep down, he knows his pride is fake. If someone criticizes him, he gets angry. If someone ignores him, he feels hurt. This shows that his pride is only a cover for his inner emptiness. Rituals and traditions are often used by ego to feel special. People wear clothes, perform prayers, fast, or attend ceremonies, not to feel connected with the divine, but to show others how pure or faithful they are. A man may visit a temple every day but still cheat, lie, and hurt others. A woman may sing hymns loudly but still gossip, hate, and insult. True religion has nothing to do with ego. It is about humility, awareness, and love. But the moment we say, "Only my religion is true," ego enters. Real spirituality is silent. It does not need to show or prove. It simply lives with honesty, kindness, and awareness. Ego also creates loneliness, because when we are full of ego, nobody can come close to us. We push people away. We are afraid to be vulnerable. We don't open our hearts. We pretend to be strong, smart, and perfect, but inside we are crying. That's why people today are always surrounded by others but still feel alone. They have thousands of friends online, but no one to talk to deeply. They attend parties but feel empty. They laugh loudly but cry secretly. Ego creates a distance between who we are and who we show to the world. And the more this distance grows, the more suffering we feel. To be free from ego, one must start observing it. Not fighting it, not suppressing it, but watching it like a mirror. When we become aware of our thoughts, actions, and reactions, we start seeing how much of it is driven by ego. When someone insults us and we feel hurt, watch that hurt. Ask, who is hurt? My image or my truth? When someone praises us and we feel proud, watch that pride. Ask, is this who I really am? Slowly, by watching, the ego loses power. It cannot survive in the light of awareness. True freedom comes not by achieving more, but by dropping what is false. A simple life, lived with awareness, is more joyful than a rich life filled with ego. A kind heart, a clear mind, and a peaceful soul are more beautiful than any title or award. When we stop comparing, we start living. When we stop pretending, we start connecting. When we stop chasing, we start seeing. Ego is a prison we build with our own hands. Pride is the chain we tie around our neck. The key to freedom is awareness. The moment we become aware, the walls start falling. The chain starts breaking. And in that space, real joy is born. Not the joy of ego, but the joy of being alive, simple and true.